Okay, we're going to talk a little bit about video for your insurance agency, but before we do that, and given the times this video is done in, for those of us who don't have to work from home, I think we can show a little bit of solidarity and at least dress as though we're working from home. So that explains the whole Piggly Wiggly thing. Anyway, without further ado, let's talk about video do's and don'ts for your insurance agency. Okay, so here's 4 reasons why you might do video. So on your website, it's stickier than other kinds of content. What does that mean? It means people hang around longer than they would otherwise, sometimes called dwell time, and Google gives you some attaboys, some credits for that improves your search engine optimization, your SEO. Facebook, photos get a lot of engagement, but video does a little bit better. It's the #1 engagement content on Facebook. So if you want people commenting, sharing, liking, video does that. And that's what gets you visibility into your followers' news feeds, right? Email. Emails that include video have increased open rates. They have more click-throughs than just text emails. LinkedIn. You get connection requests, you get posts on LinkedIn, but when you see a video, it's not what you expect. So it disrupts expectations and helps you get more connections and more views for your posts. Let's carry on. You might be thinking doing video is a lot of work. It doesn't have to be, but the beauty of video is you can really leverage it. You can really get some efficiencies by using video. So if you do one video, it can go any of those places that we just had on the whiteboard a moment ago, plus Instagram, Twitter, and then paid ads that you might do on Facebook, LinkedIn, or through Google Ads. Let's just jump into the do's and the don'ts. That's why we're all here. So we're talking sort of in generalities here. Some of these things are more applicable to videos that are viewed in one medium or another, one channel or another. It's all one medium, it's all digital. But they pretty much hold true everywhere. So the first thing to keep in mind is, generally speaking, keep the video short. Under 2 minutes is great. People don't spend a lot of time. They'll watch a 30-second video or 30 seconds of a video or a minute, but they're not going to still often, unless it's really engaging, for a 6, 7, 8-minute video. So keep it short. You're better off, easier that way, and it works better anyway. Add value, right? No commercials. So how many videos have we seen? It's clear once you get into it, it's a commercial. We're great, we're wonderful, buy our stuff, do business with us, whatever. And it's, those are the things that in the old days when we had TiVo, we used to TiVo right past those things. No commercials. And then finally, be the star. So we're going to talk about this in a couple other bullet points later on, but you want to personalize these things. So you be in the video. It makes a difference. Okay, some more do's. So you want to connect with these videos, right? Insurance itself isn't very personal. It's contract, right? Whatever. But people are choosing to trust you with their insurance needs, to do business with you. Who are you? Personalize it. You can do that in a variety of ways. Talk about shared experiences, empathize, simply using a name. Sometimes, again, depending on the medium, depending on the channel, whether it's email or your website or wherever it's going to sit. But wherever you can, you want to make that connection. You want to personalize. So include text. Don't make somebody watch your video to figure out what it's about. You can use the text to tell them about it. This is what it's about. This is why you should watch it. For something like YouTube, if you're hosting the video there, the description actually is part of sort of optimizing for YouTube search. So just a best practice, what's the video about? Tell them about that. Same thing if it sits on your website. And then how long is it, right? Sometimes it'll show when you're on the video screen, this is how long, but it may not. So tell somebody 30 seconds, a minute, 2 minutes, whatever. How long is it going to take? What am I going to have to sit through? And then finally, if you have additional resources, and often you will, include those in the text. It may be a link. It may just be some other information that didn't fit very well with the video. So those are some other do's. Let us move on to the final set of do's with my trusty eraser first. Okay, finally, the last couple of do's. So reward the person. What are you providing them? Something of value, right? No commercial. We're going to give you something. This is a benefit to you. Answer the question in the text and in the video with them. What's in it for me? What's in it for me, right? Why should I do this? What am I getting out of it? Deliver that in the video. And then finally, often, this is not always the case, though, depending on where you are in the video, depending on where you are with the communications, but often we leave this out, a request. What should I do now? What's the call to action? But you can be too soon with that, and we'll talk about that in the next whiteboard bullet points with the very short list of don'ts. You'll be relieved to know there's not so many of those. So let me just transition right over to those. For the most part, the don'ts are sort of just the opposite, the flip side of the same coin as the do's, right? This one's really important, especially if it's video email, and again, depending on where it sits, but you don't want to sell too soon. A couple of examples I can give you are LinkedIn. And we've all experienced this. Somebody reaches out to us, connection request, we accept it. Next thing you know, it's like, hey, let me tell you what I can sell you right away. It's a turn off. We'll block that person. We'll ignore it at best, right? Bad approach. So kind of pick your spots with the request, but don't sell too soon. Having said that, don't neglect to have a call to action with your videos, right? Don't overproduce it. So slick production, green screens, backgrounds, things like that. They just seem less genuine, and you're going to the viewer is going to feel like they're being sold to, and you generally don't want to do that with your videos. Same thing, kind of in the same sort of vein. Stock videos, stock pictures. Try not to use them. Try to make it real. Use the things you have around you, your office, your community, your staff, your customers, if you're doing a testimonial, those kinds of things. So a short list on the don'ts. With these things in mind, just pick one or two areas where you can jump in. We have a companion blog post on this that talks about other communication options in addition to video. But the best thing really is just to jump in and try it, but just keep the do's and don'ts in mind, and you can expand how and where you use video as you kind of progress in time.